Hello collectors, this is Joseph Pronzik with Statue Review. He's big, he's mean, he's green. Today I'm bringing you the Incredible Hulk premium format figure from Sideshow Collectibles. Now this is a highly anticipated piece, which has been delayed for several months, so let's get down to business. The Incredible Hulk was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby in 1962. In the first issue, the Hulk was originally colored gray, but because of coloring issues, he was changed to his more well-known green version. A founding member of the Avengers, he has become one of the most iconic characters in the Marvel Universe, also appearing in a 70s TV show, his own standalone films, most recently in the popular Avengers Age of Ultron. We'll start with the art box, which is massive, but not as heavy as you might think. As expected, it's green, but you won't find any fancy art from Sideshow here. Only images of the statue itself grace the box. Perhaps Sideshow has decided to save their art for those fancy art prints they like to sell. While I like when a little more effort is put into the box, it is just going to sit in the garage, inside the shipper, in the dark, covered in spiderwebs. But overall, it's nice. To be honest, I am not a huge fan of the Hulk. He's not my favorite Avenger, I don't read a lot of his books, but he is an iconic Marvel character and a must-have for any collector working on an Avengers display. The first thing you will notice is how massive this statue is. The base is 19 inches long and takes up 2 of my pedestals. This guy isn't going to fit in a Detolf or a Besta with the door closed, so it would be smart to plan ahead. The statue is well balanced, and as you can see, I'm not having any issues spinning him on my turntable. The Hulk is not overly heavy, but some care does need to be taken when moving him. The Hulk is classically posed. He stands atop the wreckage of what looks to be a destroyed Hulkbuster, and he's holding out his hand as if he's waiting for, well, I'm not sure what he's waiting for. Probably a double-double, animal style from In-N-Out Burger, or maybe one of those sweet customer arc reactors from Right Guy 2. The exclusive version of the Hulk comes with 2 different portraits. The regular shows a more modern take on the character, while the exclusive portrait shows a more classic version of the Hulk. I'm not yet sure which head I like better, as they both have qualities that I like, and also some that I dislike, but they are so different from each other that it makes the exclusive version a must-have over the regular. Overall, I think the sculpt of the Hulk is impressive. Sideshow was able to get a lot of grainy musculature and vascularity into this massive piece. And when I say massive, I don't just mean big, as the Hulk has 6 slabs of muscle plastered everywhere. It's what you would expect from this character. Similarly, the face sculpts are equally as good. I like the modern face, as it has more of a cartoonish look, though the teeth could be a bit better, but that has as much to do with the paint as it does the sculpt. The classic look is sculpted just as well, and gives the statue that dumb Hulk smash kind of vibe. The purple pants are done well, though I am not as impressed with them as I was with Lobo's gear. That's not really a bad thing, but they just don't stand out as being amazing pants. The base fits the statue and is done well. Sideshow did not skimp on the destroyed Hulkbuster parts, as they are painted well and have nice detail. I wouldn't mind seeing some more additions to the base, but what they do have just gets dwarfed by the Hulk himself anyways, so I don't think it's necessary. Hulk's paint is equally as good as his sculpt. The skin has varying shades of green and the veins are nicely highlighted. Some better attention could have been given to some of the smaller details like the teeth and fingernails, but overall I am happy with the work. Now I know what you must be thinking, if the paint is good and the sculpt is good, why are people having some complaints with this statue? Well, the problem lies in the transition between the body and the head. As you can see, there is a noticeable gap at the joint. That by itself wouldn't necessarily be a big problem, but there are some differences in both the sculpt and paint between Hulk's body and his head, which accentuates the problem. Starting with the sculpt, you can see that the muscles are very grainy all the way up through the neck. The texture immediately stops at the gap. In addition, the paint on Hulk's body is finished with a dusty and dull green, while the head remains shiny and smooth. All of this makes the gap between the body and Hulk's head more pronounced. That being said, all of my pictures and video are taken under bright lights and in angles in which the Hulk won't likely be displayed. Under my normal room lights and placed at an angle, I don't have a big problem with the gap, and the differences in the transition are less noticeable. So while it doesn't ruin the statue for me, it will keep Hulk from being mentioned in the same conversation as Lobo and Batgirl. Other than the aforementioned gap, Hulk's quality is great. His body comes in one solid piece, and the magnets in his head are really strong, which they need to be for such a big head. I had no issues putting him together, and he has the most massive foot pegs I've ever seen on a statue. The Hulk is a more expensive piece at $549.99, but with the rising statue prices, I don't think that's too bad for this monster. After all, he's less than $100 more than what Sideshow is asking now for their standard non-Hulk sized quarter scale statues. The exclusive version is currently waitlisted with an edition size of 1,000, while the regular version is still available to order with an edition size of 2,500. While there will be some controversy with this piece because of that gap, I think the exclusive version is going to be in demand, so I would get on the waitlist while you can. While this version of the Hulk isn't going to reach the Grail status of its predecessor, it would not surprise me to see the exclusive version sell for a couple $100 more than retail value in the near future. Despite not being a big fan of the Incredible Hulk, this statue is really starting to grow on me. While it doesn't have the impressive details of Lobo or the highest quality of Batgirl, I really like it. I think when people see my collection, their eyes are going to be instantly drawn to it like nothing else I have. Most of the statues that Sideshow is putting out lately have been nothing short of amazing. While the Hulk doesn't quite reach that level, I think this shows that even if Sideshow is going to get some things wrong, they're still going to give us a quality statue that we'll be happy to have in our collection. I'm giving the Incredible Hulk a final review score of 3.5 for very good. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Incredible Hulk premium format figure from Sideshow Collectibles. Be sure to visit my website for a full gallery of this piece and to see what statues I will be adding in the future. This has been Joseph Bronzik for Statue Review. Thanks for watching.